This video is made possible by our loyal Patreon supporters. Visit patreon.com.
Hi, this is Chandler Rose and Billie Holiday. Just going to show you some really helpful massage tips to help your dog relax and feel better. Be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And if you haven't already, follow us on social media for tips, tutorials, giveaways, and daily inspiration. So I have Billie Holiday here. She is an older dog. This is also a really good video for bigger dogs. She's in a very good position for me to do a little fascial stretching. So I'm taking one hand at one hip and another hand at a shoulder, and she is a little tight, and just offering her a little stretch. And when you're working with dogs, it is important that you keep them in this flex zone. So having her react a little bit is actually okay. And then you can take a break and just do some really gentle massaging. Of course, any dog is going to enjoy their tummy being scratched and massaged. So you can offer a little bit of that, and then just like I do with my clients in my practice, I like to do a variety of techniques. So I'm just going to give her a little more fascial stretching here. This will help with her hip pain, and you can tell that she is reacting, but she's not leaving. So if you have a dog get up and leave, maybe that was a little too much stretch for them, but I'm simply just assisting what she's feeling. And they may, a lot like working with a child or baby as well, they may turn and adjust, and it's good to just be flexible with your treatment. So if all of a sudden she rolls on her back and just wants her tummy scratched, I can do that. Since she, right away in her body language, she put her hip on my hip, I'm feeling very much like Billie has some tight hips here. So I'm taking my fingers, or the pads of my fingertips, and she's asking, why are you not massaging me right now? And just placing them on the hip joint. So also with my dogs at home who are little dogs, they tend to get about a minute of massage and maybe get up and walk away and then come back and nudge me for more. This is very good for hip dysplasia or tight hips, which is very common in most big dogs and little dogs. So I'm just simply taking her skin and just offering a little Petrissage here, which is sort of like kneading bread. And you can tell that she's getting a little more relaxed, and as I work up into her chest cavity, she starts to want to help me out a little bit. And just like a human, you can palpate the intercostals, the muscles between each rib. Just take your fingers and do a little cross fiber friction here. And I would vary your pace depending on the reaction you're getting from the dog. If they are starting to fall asleep, maybe you want to do a little more stretching, open things up. She's yawning, so she is definitely feeling a little shift in her body. You can take the legs out, give her a little assisted stretch in that joint in the shoulder, and then go in with your fingers again in that shoulder and offer a little more petrissage or cross fiber friction there. And go back to my fascial stretching along the side. I notice in dogs and in humans, we get really tight in the side body. It's not something that you're doing a lot of unless you're making a point to stretch your side body. A lot of our actions are forward, or most of our actions are forward. So side body stretching or any kind of massage that can open up some of her chest muscles will also allow her to breathe deeper. And she will initiate some scratching in places that might feel a little more fascially dense. It definitely makes dogs feel like they need to assist and scratch, which is good. Very present moment. Dogs are really great at receiving massage because they're not in their heads like humans are. So it's kind of a great example to learn from when you're getting a massage. How are you using that time? Are you using it just to check out and rest, or are you using it to prepare for your day? A dog is such a good example of how we can all receive in a more present, healthy manner. So Billie has readjusted herself, and now I'm working a little more towards her tail. The tail is really like another way dogs balance, and they also show body language with their tail. And there are these structures between each of the vertebrae that go all the way down the tail. So just kind of notice the structure around the tail, and you can massage into the tail at the base of the tail. And I can see that her breathing is changing. She's definitely looking at me like that is the spot. So I'm just massaging at the base of the tail and then into the hip a little more. And you can tell that these are sore areas, but now she's getting a little more relaxed. Her breathing has shifted. She's getting to the point that for a human it might take 20 minutes to get here, which is just receiving. She might even be getting a little energy boost from this, and this is making her feel more like herself again. Anytime an animal or human is in pain, a lot of times it takes away from your mood. So you may see a difference in energy level in your dog after doing some massage work. And I know that a lot of people pet their dogs and give their dogs attention, but to actually take time to do a little more deliberate massage into the muscles, it helps them feel more connected to you. And for humans, there are these hormonal releases when we're working with dogs in such a way that it creates more closeness, more sense of connection. Dogs are such a good tool for our own sense of support and therapy. So this is why I think it's important to offer massage for them. I even like to use oils on my dogs at home. I use Rosie's Remedy for them. It's organic. They can eat it and not get sick. And it also offers some pain relief as well. So I'm coming up to her neck now that her hips are a little more relaxed, and just feeling in, and you can feel the most dense part of the neck behind the ears. And then there's a little notch just behind the ears that you can scratch in. This is actually a dopamine releaser for dogs, scratching behind the ears. So if you have a dog with anxiety, you can work a little gently behind the ears, and it helps nourish them and feel supported, and it will help decrease their anxiety. And then same with my dogs at home, this dense part in the neck where the trapezius starts to connect and the scalenes. I like to take my hand on either side of the spine and work in there. And you saw her pant for a second. We're increasing heat in the body, and so her reaction to pant is very normal. She's regulating her own temperature by panting. And let's just see what she does if I stop for a moment. It's a good test for you at home too, if you're really giving them a massage that provides relief. Her breathing has slowed. She's not asking for more yet. My dogs at home continue to saddle up next to me or bite me to massage them further. She seems pretty rested and relaxed, like she got a little quick fix with that massage. And she may even fall asleep soon. And now she's initiating more in the hips, more massage in the hips. So that lasted a couple minutes. I'll give her one more minute. Just a little indication that we will end this massage session soon, but while she's in this position, I'm gonna work a little bit more on her. So I just took my thumb into that hip region. Dogs are so clear about their body language. You know if a dog is uncomfortable, you know if a dog wants attention, you know if a dog is hungry, all these things. They're so good at communicating without words. And she's really been very direct in her communication about wanting to get work done today. And she definitely likes this right hip. So it makes me think that when she's out at the river playing with sticks or with a ball, that she's probably pushing off the right side more. Dogs are very much dominant on one side, just like humans are. So she may be tight on the other side, but she's really choosing to have this side worked on right now. And you can tell when I work a little deeper, she starts to show her teeth at me, show me that it's a little painful. Sometimes I see older dogs and you just see the essence in their eyes of like when they were a puppy and maybe how they moved. And over time they become just these creatures of habit. Maybe they get less exercise or less affection depending on the busyness of our schedules. So it's really good to remind your older dog of their older or younger body by massaging them. You'll see vitality come back. You'll see even the skin level can change. I notice in a lot of older dogs, they have this fascial connection and kind of a sort of dry skin issue. And so massaging the skin with the intention of increasing mobility in the fascia will also allow their mobility to be better, their range of motion to be increased in their hips. Dogs will not complain most of the time if they're not happy. They just keep going. So giving your dog a massage is such a great way to say thank you to them for doing the job that they do. Maybe it's a guard dog, maybe it's a playmate, or maybe it's an exercise mate. Maybe it's just for comfort, right, Billy? You offer your family lots of comfort and laughter because you're pretty silly and pretty energetic for being an older girl, right? Sometimes we're baffled by how much energy you have. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and that you'll massage your pet. Thank you so much and have a great day.
Introducing Yoga Plus, offering a free series every month with over 300 different videos. Take control of your health. Work out anytime, anywhere. Yoga Plus. Download now for free.